Hi, and welcome to Codeweaver Plays Games. I'm going to be doing some faster than light. So let's just quickly switch over to that view. And oh, look at that, I haven't actually launched it yet. So we'll just pop that open. Hopefully that just shows up on the screen. Now, I'm not all that good at roguelikes, but this is one of my favorites. I don't know why. It just happens to appeal to me. Sort of the reverse of a Star Wars kind of thing, because the Federation or the Empire, or whatever you want to call it, are kind of the good guys in this one. It's who we're fighting for, against the rebels who are trying to take over and have scary space weapons and so on. Now, I'm going to try to play this one through straight. I've done it on easy mode before, now and again, and once in a rare blue moon I managed to do it on medium. I'm going to be doing it easy mode because it's hard enough as it is. It's really quite brutal, at least for me, because I'm not very good at it. But let's find out. So, now I'm a little bit out of practice with this, so I'm going to go with a stock Kestrel. I'm going to do it on easy mode because I cannot do normal. I guarantee a win. Now, way late in the game, if I happen to die horribly, I may decide to start from where I left off, because I'm not above save scumming in order to not be seriously annoyed at a very long good play that got me taken out by something more random than I think it might have expected. But we'll see how that goes, because if I'm 2.5 hours in and I die from a bad set of choices, then maybe that's just the way it goes. Let's just do this thing. So we're going to have the Advanced Edition content. Incidentally, yeah, not my first time playing through this. I had everything unlocked at one point, or at least almost everything, and Steam seems to have hosed me on that. It could be because at some point I installed a mod for this called, I think it's called the Captain's Edition, which you can still find out there, which adds piles of new story elements and some funky weapons. And we might do a demo of that a little ways down the road. But I'm going to play this one vanilla and try to unlock some of my stuff. Let's see if we can do this using... Do we want to go with the Kestrel? I think so. And I think the reason why I want to go with the Kestrel is I'm a bit rusty. So let's just start. You can charge your armed weapons using numbered hotkeys. The drones are 5 to 7. That's customizable. DD carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. So our objective is going to be... Yeah, continue. Our objective is going to be to maneuver our ship through all of this space to get to the exit. We want to get as many of these places as we can reasonably do, because they have story elements, they have resources, and so on, but the rebels are coming and we can't visit everywhere. So, one of the things that I can do is I can go through a nebula, which still has people we can visit, but the rebel fleet advances more slowly as long as they're passing through some nebulas, and so we might be able to hit more spots if we cut through the nebula, which conveniently happens to be here. That is kind of loud audio, so I'm going to turn it down in a second. So, you jump into the middle of a plasma storm. Multiple recently incapacitated ships loom in the shadows, briefly illuminated by the lightning. Manually search the wreckage, or avoid the risk and jump away. Well, we're going to risk it because no guts, no glory. Oh, look at that. Within the ship graveyard, you find one ship that seems relatively untouched. On board, you find an unconscious passenger and take him back to the ship. Once awake, they offer to join your crew. So we get some resources: fuel, which you desperately need to not get stuck; missiles, which are good for bypassing shields; and scrap, which is basically the economy. And we get a new crew member. So we're going to take our crew member, we're going to assign him to shields, we're going to we're going to use the, this guy here, save your current crew positions, hotkey is /, so now they'll always return there when I ask them to. And he's a Zoltan, incidentally, so that generates extra power for us. So we actually have, I think he's a Zoltan. Is he? Or is he human? No, maybe he's human. Maybe I just had an extra PowerPoint I didn't know about. Alright. Let's keep jumping. Oh, right, I was going to adjust the audio. You jump into a sector of the nebula beset by a plasma storm. An automated rebel scout stationed at the beacon moves in to attack. Prepare to fight. This could be really short or really easy. Options. I'm going to take the music volume. And actually, we're going to turn it off just so that we don't have... I'm hoping we don't already have... or won't already have copyright strikes on that audio. Alright. The problem here is that our sensors won't work. And we don't... And we've lost some of our power. Okay. So we're going to have to... I don't have enough power to power up. I need to keep either shields for shielding or engines for dodging active. I need power for some of my weapons. I can't power them all. Let's try to launch a missile first. He doesn't have shields. He doesn't have weaponry, though. And he had a weapon, a beam weapon, that cut across my hull. I've damaged his weapon so we won't be able to fire in the short term. But let's go to lasers because they don't use up resources. And we'll target his navigation. Let's get that shield back up. We'll auto-fire, actually. Which basically means it'll retarget the same spot more than once. Ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap. Alright, we'll be seeing that message quite a bit, I hope. Okay, but now we need to put power to the engines. Now we are going to be... So here's what we're going to do. We're going to visit here because it's still in the nebula. And then we're going to pop to the store. Let's see what we can buy. So, it's hard to see why, but this beacon is apparently a tourist destination. One of the ships at the small station is offering a deal. 5 fuel, which is actually fairly expensive for 1 drone. I don't have a drone system yet, and fuel is always going to be a problem, so I'm actually going to take that deal. Alright, off to the store and see if there's anything we can get for 57 bucks. Or scrap. Space station here is a traveling merchant who shows you his wares. Alright, so here's where we can start customizing a ship. Now, drone control would be lovely. There's lots of things we can do with drone control. Clone Bay keeps dead crew coming back, which is interesting as a thought. We don't have enough for the explosive replicator, but that would be really cool because then missile-based weapons might have a chance of not using a missile, and that would mean we would gather them pretty quickly. So there's something we can sell to achieve that. Almost nothing. In fact, the only things that we can sell are the very weapons that we intend to use. Okay. We're going to do something stupidly risky here. Actually, what's on page 2? Yeah. Yeah, okay. We're going to do something stupidly risky here. We are going to sell our burst laser. Oh my god. And we're going to buy the explosive replicator. And hopefully we're going to be able to get another weapon pretty quick. We only have 11 missiles. It's going to be problematic. Backup battery provides a 30-second power boost. We don't really have a reason for that at the moment. So we're just going to fix everything. This is crazy. This is a crazy build. So I only have the Artemis until I pick up a spare weapon. Alright. Alright. As you jump into the system, a pirate advances on your position. They're refusing all hails, prepare for a fight. This might be the shortest game ever. but let's give it a go. So first things first, let's go for... Oh, and here's the problem. He has a drone. He's likely to be able to shoot down all my missiles. I may have already screwed this. Because if I can't sneak one by him, we are already done. And we don't have shields up, which is dumb. Alright, let's get you and you up here to repair this. Alright. I got those guys to repair a hull breach, but they may have been hurt by lack of oxygen, so... Alright. I can hit return to basically return them to their stations. They appear to be powering up the FTL. It's trying to escape. I should have actually maybe done that first. And actually, I can ignore the shields because I'm not trying to take down the shields to let other weapons through. See, I fired a whole bunch of missiles, and I only actually technically lost one, and I got 2 back. So we're going to be building up a fairly sizable number of missiles, so we can make this a missile-heavy build. That should actually be fairly exciting. Now, we could go here. We have to get to here before this overruns it. But that still means we can go quite a few different locations. This is likely a bit of a... this is a bit of a directional trap. We can't get here without going back. And this is all kind of randomized, so it really doesn't matter where we go. I think it's randomized, anyway. Let's find out. This is a crazy build. You detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. Let's defend the outpost. Detecting a higher threat, the automated ship moves to engage the ship. That's fine. Let's take out the weapons. Ooh, that's bad. Alright. Okay, so they beamed aboard a bomb, and it looks like it's something that took out our sensors, but that's actually not a big deal. Now, one of the big problems is that some of these guys are going to have drones that are going to be able to shoot down missiles. Okay, so the outpost hails you after the scout was destroyed. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by these scouts. Take this on the house. So we're building up a good stockpile. So we are going to have to find alternative weapons. I'm not going to buy alternative weapons if I can afford it. Or, sorry, if I can avoid it. I'm going to try to wait until I acquire one through a mission or something, because cheaper that way. But what I will build up with is a set of scrap that enables me to get the next tier of shields. I'm going to need 50 to increase the capacity for shields on my ship to 2 shield barriers, and I'm going to need at least 1. Actually, I have at the moment 2 energy bars I can apply to it, so I only need 50. Let's do that right now, actually, because just more shields, which won't help us against their rockets, but their missiles. But I go here to here to here to here, and then I can't. If I go this direction, I can't get out to these guys. It's a really weird layout. Go here. Yeah, let's try this. Get as many of these as we can along this route. There we go. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. Sensors indicate it's a storage vessel for military goods. Well, we're totally going to take that on if we can. Let's go after the missiles right away. Ooh, and they've taken out, or they're pausing my O2, which is a problem. That's a hacking module that has basically disabled the room to which it's attached, and it's remarkably difficult to get it unhooked from you, except for taking out, I think, the hacking bay. So we're going to try that. I haven't tried a missile heavy build in some time. Investigate the station. The station is a storage station for various resources. You salvage everything possible. Piles and piles of missiles. Okay. So we can go here. We barely have time to register jump completion before your ship warns you of an incoming ship with weapons hot. Alright, well, I can't do anything about that. We'll just give it a go. We're doing well with our one weapon. Now, everybody builds up skill according to the station that they're actually actively working at, which is cool. Oh, you know what I should do? Let's take out their O2 supply. Knives. Alright. Ship explodes, we get stuff. Pretty straightforward. I should be able to get to here, and because of the slow advance, probably get to here, and I can either get here, maybe. Yeah, alright, this is a good route. Let's try this. Hello viewers, happy to see my count go up. Say hi if you like, or don't. I'm doing this mostly for my own amusement. But glad to see people coming in and saying hi. A heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the nebula this beacon. Before you have time to make contact, they fade in the nebula. Probably won't be able to follow them because I think I need advanced sensors to be able to track them through the nebula. Yeah, your search is hopeless, and I haven't upgraded the sensors. When this quest happens way later in the randomized set of missions, and I've upgraded my sensors, there's often some good quests that can come out of that. And we just miss out. It's unfortunate. First it appears you've arrived in an empty system, but a ship appears from behind a planet and hails you. Haha, I'm the dread pirate Tuco, prepare to die. Alright. Well, they're definitely targeting the weapons. Come on, guys, throw me a bone. Give me a new weapon. I could do with a free weapon. Alright. Go after the O2 to give them something to do. So here we go. Take everything we have and we'll both forget this happened. Accept their offer, or we'll not accept surrender. So of my options here, this will give me more missiles, and that's a good thing because we're going to be missile heavy, just because I think that's the way I've decided to do this run. But the difference is if we don't accept surrender, we can destroy their ship, and we'll get more scrap out of it, but less other stuff. So I'm going to accept their offer. Let's build up a stockpile, because we're probably going to need it. Okay, can't get to that one. We can get to here, and then we can definitely get to here. So we are going to maximize the systems we visit. Once you arrive, your screen lights up with warnings. A nearby pirate seems to have advanced hacking tools, and they have tried to shut down your engines. Your crew manages to keep them barely operational. You move into attack. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so we have weaker engines, which means our ability to dodge is lower, which is unfortunate. Alright, so let's go after their O2. Okay. Go back to their weapons to keep that hot. That area hot. I think what I want to do is, as I build up more, let's go and take out their engines, actually. No, we'll go back to their O2. So it keeps them busy, and the O2 is damaged. With the pirate ship destroyed, your ship system is restored to full functionality. You salvage what you can from the debris. Sweet. And let's exit to the next sector. Long-range beacon is almost hidden within a nebula. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. Oh, and there's a distress beacon here. But the problem is if I jump to this, I'll be able to do it. When I jump back, this will be deep in enemy territory. And I don't have the mad skills or, frankly, the weaponry or shields to be able to take on these guys. It is possible to go through here and win, but boy, is it tough. Next sector. Can't do anything about it. Let's go to the Zoltan control sector. Why not? So you can't really know what quests and events are going to occur necessarily in given sectors, although certain sector types obviously are... Certain events are tied, or I think are influenced by the sector you go to. So I may have missed out on something interesting in the civilian route by going to the Zoltan route. But Zoltan patrol their borders, but you pass when you ID as Federation. Let's hope they won't be so courteous to the rebels. All right. So I don't want to visit the store until I've maxed out the kinds of resources I might get, but distress signals are pretty much always a key to some little story beat, even if it's just, you know, it's a trap. So how do I want to do this? Can I get to both of these without retracing my steps? No. If I go to this one, though, I can get out. And if I go to this one, ooh, there is a route that direction. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit this distress beacon, come back to the store through this one and then this way. And by going through 2 of these, maybe 3 of these, I'll be able to slow down the fleet. No, that's probably a bad idea because the exit's on this side. All right, we're going to go through here, the store, hopefully hit this distress beacon, and then around this way. Let's see if we can pull that off. All right, the Mantis outcasts sometimes make the mistake of taking the Zoltan for easy game. A scout moves into attack while a boarding party comes aboard from a nearby transport. Okay, so if we're going to encounter, we have got to hold these guys off. So we are going to bring everyone in. Actually, we're going to leave the weapons hot, so you're going to stay here. I'm not really using the ability to dodge all that much, so we're going to bring you all in here. We're going to need the med bay active so that I can cycle my guys through it. And let's get this taking out the weapons right away. Alright, here we go. Now, they went straight into the weapons area. Well then, I'm just going to grab all 3 of you, send you back to piloting, because why not? Alright, so I gotta watch what's going on here. Alright. Justin, pop out. And actually, I'm going to bring you in. We're going to need all of you, I think. Oh, come on, can I get you out? Just barely. Let's target your O2 for the next one. All right. Cycling everyone through is going to be really tricky. Especially because I don't want anybody to die. I don't want them to get I don't want them to basically eat into the weapons damage, although it's not a crisis in this case. No, no! Why? I'm gonna lose Justin. Oh, this is bad. not? No. Okay, Justin's still okay, but Willow is now in trouble. Willow, get out of there. No, that's it. I lost one of my crew. Alright, we gotta get everybody out of here and back into medbay. Just get out. We're gonna do this the hard way, which is to vent everything to vacuum. Okay, so now they're in a place where I'm getting healed and they are attempting to attack. And they're not going to leave as long as we're in there, so I'm going to close the doors. Okay. Let's return everybody to their stations. I'm going to get you on weapons. Ship explodes, leaving behind scrap metal. Alright, so one of the things we're going to do early, because, okay, so what we can do is we can upgrade the doors, which means we can keep them locked. And that helps both with fires and with crew. And I think... yeah, impede fire spread and intruder movement, which will help me trap them in spaces and then vent to vacuum. A bit rusty I am, apparently. Is there anything else that I want to be able to do here? Not until I get to the next store. I want to figure out where I stand. Alright. Right. You spy 2 pirate ships lurking in the nebula. They remain unaware of your presence. You're able to get scanners to at least identify their cargo. One is carrying the fuel supplies, the other the ammunition. They begin to drift away from each other, so I can choose one or the other. I'm okay on fuel, so let's go after ammo. Oh, I'm going to burn a lot of ammo trying to take down those shields. So these are super shields, and they take a long time to eat through. Oh well, that's the way it goes. Hopefully you can leave the ship in one piece. Problem is, it's going to be really rough. Because I need to steal power from... Because the nebula is eating up some of my power, I have to steal some of the power in order to power the shields, so this is going to be fun. Alright, well, we're just going to have to let that run. At least I think those are Zoltan super shields. Yeah, there it is. So I gotta eat through 3 layers of the super shields, and then I can start punching the main ship. Alright. I'm gonna have to bring O2 back online. With some luck, they will have been affected by the storm as well, which is why they seem to only be firing one weapon across. And in fact, let's take out their O2, because that's... No. Readjust the power. I appear to be powering up FTL. I probably only have one shot in order to be able to do this. Okay. Let's... Come on. Okay, good. Ship obliterated, only scanned ammunition crates can be scavenged from the wreckage before the ion storm clears and you have to jump away. So, probably to be able to get the maximum out of that, I would have to have boarded them. Because they're refusing to surrender. That would have been more sensible, but I don't have a teleporter, so... Alright, up to distress. I'll have to try that sometime when I have a ship with a teleporter. The distress signal is coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. The satellite defense system has gone haywire and the repair crew can't approach it without being fired on. They look for you to help, or to fix or disable it. Promise to help, and I'll fire on the defense system from a distance. You fire a few volleys from a distance and it's clear the defense system is no match for your weapons. However, the station does not seem happy with your solution. You salvage what you can and jump before there's trouble. I probably need hacking or something to get more out of that, so... Oh well, let's check out what the store has. If we went with a Burst Laser 3, its charge time is huge, but how many does it fire off? 5 shots, so if I can last long enough in order for that to fire, I need quite a few shots. That would actually be very good as an alternative to my my bombs that I'm trying to do. The S-bomb, small bomb that damages systems and crew but not the hull, and you can target your own ship. Not sure what the use of targeting your own ship is. Maybe to target people who are in rooms because they've boarded. Let's go with this. It's crazy, but why not? Which is ironic, because I sold the other one to get the explosive duplicator, but... Okay. Problem is I can't power it unless I turn off Artemis. But that is totally something I could do for ships that I can't use the missiles on. As long as I have to choose, that's the scenario I'm stuck with. Eventually, I'll upgrade this by 1 unit so that I have enough systems capacity for both weapons, and I'll have to upgrade the power systems for the same reason. Alright, another store, but we're going to go with the stress signal. Your ship interrupts the Zoltan security ship as it follows a Mantis pirate into an asteroid field. They message you. Your presence here will continue to be tolerated, but please do not interfere. Well, I'm going to help them with the Mantis pirate. I'm going to interfere and help the Zoltan ship. You overtake the Zoltan and catch up with the Mantis ship in the asteroid belt. Time to make some friends. Alright. Get a couple of guys in there repairing. They are making mincemeat of my ship, and what I should do is take down their shields so that the asteroid belt actually hurts them. Actually, nope, I want you on weapons again. Actually, I want you in healing. Oh. Alright. And save my crew positions. Okay. And actually, I can just let the asteroids take him out. As you're solving the Mantis wreck, Zoltan Security Patrol returns with 3 other ships. You quickly salvage what you can and set off before they can stop you from questioning. I actually don't know what the consequences are for doing that. Wow, a whole bunch of stores in a row. Alright, up we go. What else have we got? So you arrive in the system, you're hailed by a loyalist settlement. Upon learning of your quest, they offer you some supplies. That happens. That's a thing. Alright, so I gotta plan this. If I get to here, I'll actually have to come back in order to be able to get my way into here. I think instead what I want to do, so that I don't risk getting trapped up here, is to go here, here, and then up through here. You arrive at the primitive planet that you heard about at the canteen and are surprised to see a Zoltan ship facing off against a rebel assault craft. You tap into the frequency and hear the rebel captain yelling, "We are liberating this planet in the name of the new galactic government. These aliens won't be left in ignorance, where they cannot be of use." I'm going to... Boy, that's a tough one. I'm going to protect the aliens' way of life and take out the rebel ship. These creatures should be left to develop at their own pace. You direct all weapons on the rebel ship and begin the firing sequence. Alright. Okay. Oh, I guess I'm going to need to add 2 slots to weapons in order to be able to bring the burst laser on them. That is a really powerful burst laser. The nice thing about it is with the rapid shots, if you can get it to go off, is that 5 laser blasts will basically overpower most defenses. I did say I was going a rocket heavy build though, and I do have the gear in order to support that, so that may be an auxiliary weapon. Especially if I keep missing. Alright. There we go, another weapon. The Zoltan hail once the smoke disperses. Thank you. We're led to believe Federation ideals died along with the Federation itself. Let us aid you a little for old time's sake. You accept the reward and scrap and collect some remains from the rebel ship. A hull smasher laser. So let's go take a look at what that is. No, cancel please. A powerful laser designed to maximize hull damage. Only requires 2 power. So what I could do, and I might have the power to do this already, let's just swap the order of these for the moment. I have enough systems control for that. I don't have enough power to be able to do that and keep everything else alive. So let's add a couple of power bars. So now we can bring that online. And so what we can do is we can use Artemis to take out the shields, and then we can drag this across the hull. I still want... the problem is this will never penetrate shields. Actually, it's not a strafing laser. It's actually a punching through the hull laser. But that's good because then that distracts them. They have to build stuff in order to be able to... they have to do repairs or to be able to not lose oxygen in the affected rooms. Alright. Let's see if we can make this work. I think I can get here and then here, and if I can't, I can go from here to here directly, so... as many systems as possible. The sensors have picked up a refugee ship drifting through the system, no doubt one of many fleeing the rebel advance. It doesn't appear to have detected you, or else it is trying to avoid notice. I'll hail them. As you hail the refugee ship, a Zoltan ship suddenly jumps into the system. It claims the refugees are criminals and accuses you of escorting fugitives. Before you can respond, it cuts communications and powers up its weapons. Well, you guys suck. We do have to get through this, and so we can actually bring both of our weapons to bear on this problem. So we'll just target a system. Let's get everybody back to their stations. Nice. Okay, so actually hull laser on that. And Artemis, we're not really running out of missiles, so we'll target their weapons, so that nice. I'll take it. Zoltan ship breaks apart and you salvage what you can. Missiles, drones, and scrap. Contact the refugee ship. Refugee ship thanks you for your assistance as a gesture of goodwill, and seeing as effectively you dispatch the enemy ship, they offer up what supplies they can spare. Nice. Ooh, we can just do this. Let's do it. You feel naked without functioning sensors. You have to expect a rebel ship to appear from behind a cloud at any moment, but none come. Alright. Well, it was kind of a bust, but... Heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the nebula at this beacon. Before you have time to make contact with them, they fade into the nebula. Attempt to follow. You get lucky and find them floating not too deep in the nebula. Thrilled to be found by friendlies, they come on board and abandon the wrecked ship. Okay, that's good, because I needed somebody else on shields, because I screwed up and lost the... Station saved. And lost someone. Now, I don't think they have any skills up front, but that's okay. They'll learn on the job. You cross paths with an advanced scout of the rebel fleet, searching a section of the nebula for your ship. Alright. And they have a beam drone. Now, if they could get my shields down, that thing would actually cause some minor havoc, and that's a problem. Ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. Alright. Trying to figure out how to disable a weapon. Like, I should be able to turn it off, and... yeah, it's not right click. Middle button, mouse button maybe? Nope. Middle mouse button is just pause. Okay, let's find out options. Video game playing audio? Nope. Is there controls? Controls. Weapons. Left click to plow, left clicking to evacuate, left clicking on enemy ship to target it. Power controls. Left and right click. Alright, well, I guess we have to look this up because that's going to conceivably be important. FTL game. Turn off weapon. PC. I can switch the order of my weapons, but that's not actually what I'm after. I remember doing this on my laptop just fine. I don't appear to be able to... Well, if anybody happens to know, please feel free to stop by the chat and let me know. It's got to be... I thought it was right mouse click in order to intentionally disable the power in weapons. Because it is the right click to untarget. Oh, there. No, that did it. Oh. Zoltan bonus power always powers a weapon in the first slot. So I do have a Zoltan on board. Oh yeah, 2 of them. Duh. Okay, so I've got a Zoltan at weapons, which means there's always 1 energy, which means... Alright. That would be why that's happening. Alright, now I should actually be able to get out to one of these and then back to the exit, so I'm going to take advantage of that. Our rebel ship approaches cautiously. Personally, says the captain, I'd have stuck with the Federation, but I'm a soldier, sir, and I'm no use without a war to fight. Raise your shields. Alright. So... I'm building up a good nest egg. I'm going to need 2 weapon slots. Actually, I need, at this point, either 2 weapon slots and give up the hull laser, or 4 weapon slots and to get the burst laser. Okay. Can't let them actually get away. Alright, but let's punch a hole in the oxygen. There we go. Ship explodes, leaving behind useful materials. Okay. Yeah, now we have to get to the exit. This long-range beacon is almost hidden within a nebula. With the FDL drivers charged, you can jump to the next sector. Sweet. Next sector, please. Now, you can either go to the NG homeworlds or the civilian sectors. One of these days, I should make a run that only goes through the civilian sectors, because I tend not to use them, and I'm sure there's story beats I'm missing. But for this run, let's go to the NG homeworlds. You've arrived in NG space. The fall of the Federation has brought tough times for these robotic life forms, but they're usually willing to help. Alright. So, we can get here and take this route, but that would get us super advanced super quick. What if we went 1, 2, 3, 4? If we went this way, then by the time we get to here, the Rebel fleet will have advanced a fair bit, and then we can kind of decide where to go. So 1, 2, or 3? Well, 1 or 2, actually. Let's go... this way. An NG ship in the vicinity, seeing you jumped in armed to the teeth, immediately broadcasts the surrender. Subject goal wealth, NG motivation survival, transfer of goods acceptable. Not going to... I'm friendly? They seem relieved and eager to get underway. They set off without saying goodbye. I could have taken advantage of that, but I don't roll that way. Here we go. You greet a battery sight. I met a ship that appears not to have noticed you. We need resources. Oh. I can't really attack them when they haven't attacked me. That's not fair. Remain concealed. Raven has to slink away. The ship notices you and powers up. Okay. Well, that's a different story right there, then. Now, they're probably going to come over with their teleporters, so let's get ready to use Only one, interestingly. All right, so we're going to get everybody up here so we can cycle people in. I'm not going to try to vent to space on this one. Now, Valerie, you need to go get healed. And Justin, you're going to pop into substitute. All right. Justin, you also go get healed. Let's get an extra shield back up. I don't know why that was down. Target you and target you. And get everybody back to their standard stations, please. Ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap. I am building up a fairly sizable amount of scrap. I'm hoping to hold out long enough to find a store so that I can... Yeah. So number of energy space stations and fleets nearby, despite looking like piles of junk loosely tied together, they are actually a model of efficiency. They just lack certain aesthetic emphasis in their constructions. Alright. I've got to keep an eye on my fuel. This is starting to become a problem. What appeared to be a single damaged ship is in fact two ships that have smashed into each other. There's a flurry of comm signals and damage, and it's hard to determine what occurred. The vessels appear to be NG. They look locked together by the impact and can't free themselves. Attempt to help them by prying them apart. To your surprise, one of the NG vessels attacks. One ship detaches itself, surprisingly still quite whole, and opens fire. Looks like it somehow identified you as hostile. Well, that's rude. Alright, well, the problem is I think one of these things is likely to shoot down my, my missile, so this could actually be a problem. We need to focus on the shields and get them down. Actually, need to focus on the drones. Let's see if we can pull this off. But actually, we're going to fire all of them together, so it has much less of a chance. Okay, let's go after the shields next. Alright. With the ship destroyed, the remaining NG ship hails you frantically and explains the situation. Apparently, you interrupted the equivalent of a consolidation of two ships that were using each other's parts to construct a new vessel. The NG were not truly hostile. Their targeting computers had not finished adjusting. Something to be done about it now. You leave the remains for the surviving ship. Oh, well, that's problematic. So hoping to get something out of that. The NG can do remarkable things with just a pile of scrap. The NG hive at this beacon are selling equipment for just that. Alright. So let's try to figure this out. I don't have a drone system, so that's not super helpful. Although if I did, a drone recovery arm would mean that I could use them and recycle them. Like I could have drones and then recycle them. So do I want to go drone heavy, or do I want to say do mind control? I think we're going to go with drone heavy, which means we can afford the drone recovery arm and get drone control. Pop back here and see... Now, we could sell the defense if the defense isn't the kind of one we want. Now, hull repair is an interesting one because it enables us to Automatically repairs 3 to 5 to your hull per drone part. That's an interesting one because it means that we can heal ourselves as long as we have drone parts, but I kind of want to go on the offensive. And I like the idea of an anti-ship fire drone. Now, having one that can actually attack for me is also a good thing. All right, let's see where we can go with this. We're going to go with the fire drone. Let's sell the defense drone, and let's repair ourselves. All right, now one of the things we're definitely going to have to do now, because we now have a problem where we need a lot of power. If we're actually going to use the burst laser, like we need power, serious power for the burst laser and for fire at the cost of not being able to do much with our shields. We need a lot of scrap to power this stuff, and we just don't have it. So this is all future-proofing our ship, but we may die before we get to that point. Fuel for scrap. Totally worth doing it. Buy as much as we can, because that's cheap. 2 distress signals. So we're going to do this, then here, and then we'll see where we go. As soon as you arrive at the distress signal, shots are fired toward your ship. A trap. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we can't power that even if we wanted to. So let's just go with... That looks like a pike beam. That's a powerful laser beam. That looks like a rocket, so they're likely to be able to get rockets through. Alright, let's go with that and possibly the O2 once the shields are down. If it doesn't miss. And they're going to be really focused on fixing that. They appear to be powering off FTL, so we gotta. That's fine. We gotta target the FTL with all, the weapons. So what do we do here? Don't kill us. We'll give you everything we have. Kind of more in need of scrap than anything, but I do need the fuel. Yeah, let's just take what they got. That's fine. Alright, a ship without life forms within a nearby dense asteroid field is giving off a distress call. Should we investigate? It could be dangerous. Yeah, search for the ship. You find that it contains remains of some kind of ship coated with ice or crystal. You send some crew aboard to explore. Nearly everything is either destroyed or unidentifiable, but one of the weapons appears salvageable and there's a strange stasis pod. We're going to grab the stasis chamber because that seems like a story beat. And I think it is. Your crew drags the pod back to your ship before the asteroid smashes into the ship, shattering through the crystal coating and destroying the ship. Okay, so we're going to have to do something with this at some point, and that is eating up one of our augment slots, so that's a problem. Don't really have anything that we can give the store, and really we need to capitalize on the stuff that we have and make the systems work. And in the absence of needing to repair our ship, we don't really need stores anymore, except maybe for drones. The complex arrangement of ship hulls and FTL drive capacitors floating abandoned into space suggests the NG were here not too long ago, but no longer. Alright. Alright. Let's keep on pushing. This was the site of a recent battle. Either a show of Mantis force or the NG here weren't disposed to go peacefully. You pick through the pieces, and we get some stuff. That does not suck. Ooh, this is risky. But I think I can do this and then here and then out. Let's try it. A Federation encrypted signal is being broadcast from a nearby planet. Send an away party to investigate, or it could be a trap. Well, let's try. You find a hidden Federation outpost. They message you, quick, we just got word from a sister outpost that they've been discovered by the rebels and are under attack. If you are still loyal to the Federation, go save them. Added a quest marker to the next sector. Cool. Oh, that's bad. Okay, I goofed. So now we have a different problem, which is that there's nothing here except for a slightly powerful guy to deal with. Alright. I have to fire all of my weapons at once. Hopefully overpower their systems. I should have done that in the other order so that the rocket got there first. That would have been more sensible. Alright. Oh, jeez. As long as we're sitting here, we're kind of sitting ducks. Yeah, firing the laser does not do any good unless the shields are down. This is bad. This could kill my game. Okay. So time to salvage the enemy ship, you must jump away. That's fine, except now the exit is also a point that's going to be a problem. That was bad choice. Alright. Found the exit beacon, but they got here first. Alright, so let's try to do this sensibly. We're going to fire off 1 and then very rapidly fire off 2. Really, really have to upgrade the system so that we have... Missed with both? Really? Okay. Okay, since that's totally destroyed anyway, we're just going to get you out of there. Get you into the healing bay. That, however, is a bigger problem. Oh god. Several things I got about this are not good. Alright, close all the doors. Get both of you in there. Alright. You're just kicking my butt. This may be the end of the game right here. I mean... Oh, wow. Alright, well... You guys are all... You two have to get in there and get that fixed. You have to get over here ready to help. And actually, so do you. There's no harm for salvaging the enemy ship. You have to jump. Oh, God. Ah! Alright. Oh, except the engines are busted. Alright, that's not going to do any good. Okay, you guys have to go over here. You two have to get into here to get the engines going. As soon as we've got... Okay, so I'm going to get you over here, because as soon as we got even one cell, we got to get the heck out of here. Yeah, alright. Next sector. Oh my god. That damaged us really, really badly. I mean, we can recover the systems, but... Alright. Wow. Okay. Well, we'll see if we can salvage this. Alright. Let's get all of you in here. Repair this as fast as you can. You... If I leave you in there, you're going to die, so you're going to pop in here briefly. Alright, let's get you back in the healing bay. Got oxygen to most parts of the ship at this point. So the consequence of that disastrous decision, which I'm not going to undo, I'm either going to live or die on the survival of this, is that I've lost a lot of hull. Everything else is repaired, and we survived the encounter, but we lost a lot of hull. Wow. Alright. Well, so we can get up through here. There's our quest marker. So here's the problem. I do want to get to that. I don't want to run out of space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around this curve up to here. If I have extra jumps, I'll come through here to before I hit the exit. Cannot miss that quest marker. Alright, you find a source of distress call, a small research station. It appears to be a small laboratory fire, got out of control, and is threatening to destroy a station. Their fire suppression system is not responding. I'll send in crew to help put out the fire. Here's hoping. Okay. Oh god. We sent your crew to the station. Unfortunately, as they entered the fire breaches the station's fuel cell containment. You quickly try to dock and retrieve your crew, but not before an unfortunate soul is lost. Wow, okay, and that's our shield guy. Okay. That's rough. There's a story beat that's really rough. A rebel scout patrols near the beacon. Ha! I knew you would try to sneak through this sector. As soon as I heard it had become treacherous. Surrender! Alright. Alright. Missile to the shields. Hull breach to the oxygen unit. Yeah, accept their offer. We kind of need it for the fuel, if nothing else. And jump ahead here. A rebel autonomous scout is exploring its beacon. You attempt to hide behind a nearby moon, but the ship finds you and begins its assault. This is probably the last sector that's going to have only, by default, only one shield. So I do have to look at upgrading weaponry before I leave this sector. Substantial material. Alright, let's actually look at upgrading. So we need to get at least, I think it's at least one more. Let's go back here. We need at least one more drone power in order to even be able to power up the fire drone. So let's do that, and we'll do the power to go along with it. We got a lot of power we can spend, or generate eventually. We need 4 of these, and that's going to take, what is that, 165, 215, 250 in order to be able to, in order to just get the weaponry high enough that we can use that burst laser in addition to everything else. Now we could drop off the rocket, the missile, and get only one power back, so that's good. But the hull laser is super useful. So minimally, actually, I need 2 power in order to be able to use that instead of the hull laser. Could still be worth it. That would take 85, and then a couple of power. And so we could, and let's try this out, power the burst laser instead. We don't have enough power to actually power the drones without bleeding it off of some of the other systems. But if we turn off the oxygen and the O2 temporarily, we could power that up at a critical moment. Oh boy. All right. Military Lanius vessel stops repurposing an abandoned satellite as you jump in, it blocks all hails and powers its weapons. Alright. Oh, yeah, check that out, right? The fire drone will only be useful once the shields are down. Okay. It takes a long time to power that up, but then... Look at that. You see an image of the captain silhouetted by the destruction aboard the ship. It bows forward with the metallic appendages about its body doing the same. It appears to be requesting mercy. Get a whole bunch of stuff plus a combat drone Mark II. Which, if we can upgrade the drone system far enough, perhaps we could actually use that as one of our main attack strategies. Instead of using the rockets, I thought I was going for a rocket build, but maybe not. Maybe not. A merchant ship is docked with the Lanius transport. You message them to see if they need any help. It turns out they have been studying the Lanius' ability to reshape metal. Inquire about it. Oh. The Foggiest idea how it works. They appear to be to melt part of their bodies into the metal and reshape it. They've been willing to demonstrate the ability if I have some extra metal. Unfortunately, I don't. Otherwise, I could get a really cheap upgrade. Yeah, let's bypass the store. A land ship is slowly salvaging what remains of a small research station. It's hard to say whether it was abandoned or attacked by the Linnaeus. Attack the ship. They haven't attacked me. I'm going to leave them alone. You ignore the ship and prepare to jump. Alright. You notice the number of Linnaeus ships observing a forward rebel base and its automated scouts. They don't seem to be aggressive. Perhaps their desire for metal could prove to be useful. Try to use them to delay the rebels. Try your best to convey the notion that the approaching rebel fleet has countless automated ships scouting for them. They thank you for the tip and prepare to jump in the direction you came. This will hopefully delay the fleet. You scrap what remains of the rebel station. Alright. Let's do the quest. And we'll see where we stand. You arrive in the sector to see a small Federation outpost using their anti-ship battery to fire an automated drone. Debris from other ships is strewn around the area. It looks like the brunt of the battle's already over. You move in to assist. Alright. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take down the weapons early, and then I'm going to use my burst laser to overpower the shields. Did less than I thought it would. Alright. Warning, my hull is in fact critical. You're not wrong. Alright, you scrap the wreckage. You contact the station once the rebel ship is destroyed. The lone survivor responds. This base is no longer safe. Let me join your crew, and I'll have the station's drones patch up your ship. Alright, so we got crew. And we're going to put you on shields, because we desperately need somebody back on shields. Boy, we do not have a heavy crew. So we have you back on shields. Or we have somebody back on shields. And we got a little bit of hull out of that, so that does not suck. Alright, so we're going to keep scouring this sector. You find a rebel automated scout floating near this beacon. Despite its pristine condition, it appears to be deactivated. We're going to grab the data stores. You accidentally reactivate the ship's AI. Its weapons immediately go online. Prepare for a fight. Okay. This does not have shields, so we're going to go straight into... I take out the weapons. And I guess the mind control. Oh, this is bad. Okay. We're going to target the mind control first and then the weapons. Alright. So what happened there was that I distracted him and nearly killed Felicity. Waiting out the mind control until I could actually damage the mind control, at which point Felicity was released. But now I want to make sure that everybody's healed. Alright. Return crew. Ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection. That's fine. Alright, so let's get back on board here. If we can get 3 more power, then we can power up our drones. So we're totally going to do that. Let's take a look at what other systems we could do. If we had an extra 100, we could get bigger shields. So let's do that. Oh, but we need 1 more. Do we have enough for 1 more power? No, we do not. Darn. Okay, but we can steal 1 from somewhere else. Oh, it's another distress beacon. Let's go do that. You immediately do a short-range scan after arriving at the beacon. Appears to be coming from a small civilian vessel under fire from a Lanais ship. All Lanais are in contact with are content with simply scavenging the wrecks of previous battles. Oh, we are totally dealing with this. You move in to intercept the ship. Detecting a greater threat, the Lanais prepares to fight. Alright. So, we're definitely going to go... the Lanais don't need to breathe, so unfortunately fire... I think the Lanais don't need to breathe, so the fire may not actually help. And in fact, you know what we should do? We should eventually upgrade this so that we can alternate between fire when the shields are down and combat when we need to get the shields down. Okay. But I can't power that up because even if I can find the power, I don't have the system's integrity to... It's unfortunate. Oh, that felt good. The Lanais craft breaks apart. You hasten to contact the civilian ship. Apparently the ship that was being assaulted was a science vessel. They thank you and offer a small reward. Sweet. And off to the exit. You've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. There are only 2 ships within range, and they seem to be engaged in battle. One of them is the markings of a space pirate. Aid the civilian ship. Power up your weapons and engage the pirate ship. Okay. Yeah, beam weapons can't get through shields, and I don't think they can even affect the super shield. So basically, we're in a situation where we just have to pummel the crap out of the super shield, and then we can start going to town. Now, in this case, we can actually start using our drone. Ooh. Okay. Let us power up the drone. Ooh, ouch. Ouch. Okay. Let's get shields. Let's get you over there to help repair that. I'm going to fire everything I've got at the... I have to take down those shields somewhat permanently. So, okay, so now the fire drone can do its thing, which is super useful because it provides a distraction. Now, it doesn't do... It doesn't do a lot of direct damage. Pirate ship breaks apart. You hasten to contact the civilian ship. Ooh. They respond, it's a good thing you came when you did. We'd be dead otherwise. I'm a shipwright and I'd like to help you like you helped me. The captain offers an assault piece of equipment on your ship. An Ion Blast Mark II is another weapon. Now, I can't power that up right away, but under some circumstances, I might be able to select this one in. And this guy stuns people and temporarily disables items, drains and locks systems. So basically, I can disable parts of people's ships, which does not suck. But it does take up a weapon slot, and I can't power everything all the time. Alright. We have to start generating power bars, and actually... Can we do combat? No, not yet. But if we add one to this, so now we can at least do one or the other. More power. I'm not doing mind control, so it's not super helpful necessarily to have additional view on the enemy. Couldn't hurt though, and it's cheap. And in order to get the next level of this, I'd need 180. But if I can get my dodge high enough, that's actually a good thing, because it'll help me avoid getting hit by things in the first place. That's 45 to get another 2 levels. Don't have enough for power. So what can we power up here? So we have 2 spare. At the moment, I could power up the hull laser if I can expand this another 2 slots. If I can expand my systems for weapons another 2 slots, then I could actually have 3 weapons online. I'll have to think about that. Next sector. Let's go with the Slughome Nebula. It's going to be tough because achievement unlocked, just getting started. The slugs live in the nebula field are a leisure-centered civilization. Everything in slug life is done in the pursuit of more currency and more time in which to spend it on extravagant adventures. This inevitably led to much treachery in open space. Congratulations, by making it to the 5th sector, you've unlocked the Engi playable ship for future playthroughs. Sweet. All right, everyone back to their stations. All right, so how are we doing this? We're gonna get to the exit. There's lots of ways through. It's kind of a bottleneck in here, though. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here, 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 And then I'm just going to move through here until I get to the exit. But I definitely want to get the distress signal early. Yeah, let's just do the distress signal. Just don't. So you move towards the distress signal, shots are fired. It's a trap. Okay. Alright. I kind of need something. It's funny, I was going to go for a missile build. You all heard it. Oh. You made your point, we're beaten. Take these and leave us to our shame. Alright. I will come back to the store. You arrive at a nearby system and immediately discover a pirate ship nearby. Strangely, scans indicate there are no life forms aboard. You salvage everything useful, but find no clue. Alright. Oh. Okay. You've arrived at the distress beacon signal. You track the distress beacon with difficulty to one of the 7 moons of a planet hidden in the nebula. As you drift closer, you are contacted by a slug mirrored on the moon's surface. If there's any crew, say I. If you can answer this simple question here, how many moons are there? Oh, and it stole something from me. How annoyed am I by that? That is a lot of material. That is a lot of material, and the answer to that was literally in the text I just read. So, I'm a filthy, horrible cheat, and I am going to undo that damage. So, you can blame me, I'm a filthy, horrible cheat. Relaunching the game. That was just me being... I mean, me being sloppy isn't really a good excuse. If I'm honest. The 7 moons of a planet. It's randomized so you can't just know the answer to this. And I should have remembered that from the last time I played through this, because that wasn't just, I think, yesterday. So, 7 planets, or 7 moons, so... to keep you from doing what I just said is correct. You surprised me, human, is it? To keep you from just memorizing the answer. Slug beams aboard and joins the crew. I am okay with that. Now you... I'm going to have you on sensors so we get some good sensor upgrades here. So... not so good while we're in the Slug Nebula. Actually, that's a good point. The Nebula is going to be a problem anyway, so let's temporarily put you on doors. Because what that'll give us is it's manned, so it's +1 system level, so we got improved blast doors. That's not sucky. Alright. Moving along. Distress beacon is coming from a civilian ship. It appears to be chased by a pirate. Yep, we are going to help. So what we're going to do, and we don't have enough power for that. We're going to take power out of oxygen, and I'll take 1 out of, I want to leave the oxygen alone if I can. We're going to enable the combat drone. Alright. We'll bring the fire drone on instead. Now we got some fires being started, which is super cool. Contact the civilian ship. The sector has become increasingly dangerous for Friends of the Federation. I think my crew can patch up some of your hull. Nice. Now, we don't have any specific quests, so I'm going to go here and into a couple of these, and we might visit the store. You intercept comm chatter from an incoming Mantis ship. Look, this appears not to be owned by the squishy ones. Maybe they don't smell bad when we cut them open. They move in on your position. Well, that's just grand. All right, so let's, again, the system is broken. Oh, I see. All right. You two get in there, and actually you as well. Get in there and get that thing repaired. That's going to be super useful. Ow. Alright. Stop by here and repair the shields. I'm bringing the fire drone. Actually, let's bring in the combat drone again. I can play these drones off of each other with some careful timing, because although fire doesn't cause any immediate damage, it does occupy their time as long as I can get it in there. Is that better than the combat drone? I don't know. I've got both, so we can use both at our leisure. Slug vessel encountered here is obviously made a big score and is looking to test its new armaments. They picked the wrong ship to attack. Alright, so they have lasers and they have a pike beam at minimum. Let's get the combat drone up and let's get the rocket going. Let's get everybody back to their stations, actually. You need to get back on doors. You have invested us where you accept what is in our stores in exchange for our lives? Sure. It's newly developed weapon we were transporting. They're not going to be happy we gave it up. That is for sure. The anti-bio beam is actually kind of cool. It does mean the shields have to be down, but then you can strafe across areas and take out the crew really quickly. Great, really great for where you're doing teleporty things and you want to be able to take over an enemy ship to scrap it that way. The problem is I don't have room for it, and I'm kind of curious about the information for a story beat. So you asked where they were delivering the weapon. Oh, by telling you, it'll probably just die just like it's not. Oh well. They give you the coordinates of a prototype cruiser's mobile construction platform. All right, I'm good with that. I'm gonna go here to the store, and then I'm gonna make my way through here and see what happens. Slugs here use a tactic you've never seen. They use a remote tracking satellite to sabotage your oxygen production system. Uh-oh. And then charge and fire weapons. You're going to suffocate. That is indeed a serious problem. So I have to take this thing down fast. No messing around. All right. All right. Let's get oxygen powered back in there. Let's see if they have anything in the store that's of value, since I have a very sizable amount of scrap. More scrap for repair arm repairs every time you collect scrap, but reduces scrap collected by 15%. So every time I do anything that gives me some sort of scrap, I will actually be able to repair sort of automatically. It's kind of cool, if I'm honest. You know what the problem is? We have this damaged stasis pod, but it's not obvious where I go to repair it. Let's go back into the store. I could actually sell this pod. You know what? Whatever. This is I know this is a story beat, and we may not actually be able to do it. I don't remember how to trigger it, but we're gonna go where the game leads us in that vein. We are, however, going to fix everything probably. Is there anything else we can get? We could get another system. Cloaking is super duper useful, like unquestionably useful for certain kinds of attacks, even if you can only get one power and cloak, especially against the final bad guys. Let's do it. And then let us go and get as much power as we can. Alright, so now we can power up the combat without taking any of the other systems offline, but we could also, with a little extra scrap, we could actually get the hull laser online as well. Maybe even the ion blast. Can't do all of the weapons, but here we go. You find yourself stuck in the middle of an ion storm with a slug ship just a short distance away, refusing all hails. You cautiously try to slip further, but they turn suddenly to attack. Alright. Now that's eaten up some of our power, and I don't want O2 to go down. Oh god. Okay. We are going to be in serious trouble. What can we do here? We could get a fire going on board their ship, but I really need to take down... We're going to do that. Leave a unit in engines. They got a lot of weapons. No, we're gonna do it this way. Slightly more power, like power into the shields. Here's hoping. Darn. Right. Let's see if we can't. Not enough power, huh? See if we can't start a few fires, cause some havoc that way. Yeah. All right, let's... Justin needs to get into the infirmary right this second. Oh god, and I lost my rockets. Alright. Let's get all you guys in here repairing this, because we kind of need that right away. be super rough. Come on. Can't be missing, guys. You just can't. Alright, you've bested us, we accept what is in our stores. Let them live. Lots of fuel, take it all. Yeah, alright. Let's just get the heck out of here, because this is becoming seriously problematic. Alright, a slug ship hails you. We detected some worrying radiation coming from your medical unit. Perhaps you should take a look. As he signs off, your system shuts off and the crew teleports aboard from a nearby station. They don't look like engineers. That's fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you out to here. And we're going to turn on power for you. And we're going to turn on power for you and you. And you. We're going to use that to dodge some weaponry that they might throw at us. And in the meantime... Now, so that's going to vent atmosphere. We're going to put you back on... doors just to hold them in there. So we got one of them. Didn't want to open all the doors. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you over here. And we're going to take you and get you guys in there with him. You guys are going to go up in here. Fire going as a distraction, but we can't heal in the medical bay. Let's hope they can take out those slug attackers. Let's get you and Prep back in the med bay. You can start repairing the engines. Slug ship breaks apart, the systems return normal, you collect what you can. Boy, alright. Alright, let's get you back in here. Alright, return crew to save positions. Apparently don't have a save position, so let's get you over here and save positions. Alright, there are a number of small stations or travels in the area, lit up by guided lights and advertisements. Only slug ships are docked, so you decide it's better to avoid a confrontation and steer clear. Alright, an unvisited location. One more. A slug ship, a rogue you suspect, approaches, but when he sees your Federation, he thinks better of the sneak attacks and fires everything he has. Alright. Right. Alright. Alright, here goes. 1. And then 2. There we go. Alright. So then we're going to go after weapons next. Enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. Perhaps not. You bested us, we accept what's in our stores in exchange for our life. Sure. Take us and leave us. So we got some okay stuff out of that. Oh, cheese. Okay. We're getting the tar kicked out of us here, and we may not be able to last through this whole thing. Alright. More power. Can't quite get more engines. Alright. All hands get in there and help repairing, or we're going to be here forever. Everyone back to home base, please. Long-range beacon is almost hidden within the nebula. When the FTL drives charge, you can jump to the next sector. That's fine. Next sector. 2 more jumps until the final boss. Pirate controlled or NG controlled? Let's go with NG controlled. You've arrived in NG space. The fall of the Federation has brought tough times for these robotic life forms, but they're usually willing to help. There is a quest marker up here. So here's what we're going to do. I think we can go up here to here, and then once we're there to here, and then we can actually come back if we have time. Yeah, so let's not mess around because I don't want to miss that quest marker. See, a number of NG space stations and fleets nearby, despite looking like piles of junk loosely tied together, they are actually a model of efficiency. They just lack a certain static. Yeah, we've had that message before. You know what? We kind of need to repair. And I can't fix everything. Small platform orbits near this beacon. It looks like a fueling station of some sort and is cheerily broadcasting reasonable prices and spectrum frequencies and messages. Yeah. If your refueling station welcomes you, and when you hail them, there's an explosion from your engine room. While assessing the damage, you detect a pirate ship closing fast. You rat bastards. Okay. Well. Come on, hit the shields. Thank you. Alright, go for cloak. Enemy ship appears to be powering its FTL. Alright, take everything we have and let's both forget this happened. Yep, accept this offer. Creates a single super shield barrier periodically. That's super funky. That is super, super funky. I don't know if I've ever played with that before. I do like playing with the fire thing, but the shield is super helpful because nothing... because it just basically takes a... it's just basically another level of shield done through the drone thing. What are the advantages of that? It means that not even, like when it comes up, not even missiles can get through, which is kind of helpful. I mean, I can't do anything about it. It is what it is, so. Oh, let's keep going. So to manage a ship, hunting in the distance, aid the civilian ship. Frown, power up the weapons, and prepare to engage the managed ship. Not today. Absolutely. Let's pop you over in here for when they break through. All right. Let's get you out of here, please. Alright. Attempt to contact a civilian ship. It seems the crew did not survive the assault. You take what you can from the remains of the ship. Okay, unvisited here, here, and then here. Yeah. You notice an energy colony hiding on the other side of a nearby moon. It turns out they're excavating an equipment cache from the Federation Mantis War, and they suggest it might be useful to lure the pursuing rebel fleet. Let's actually booby trap the cache, because we got lots of... Well, we don't have that many missiles. Heck with it, though. If it enables us to do more in this sector, great. It's delayed by 2 jumps. Okay. That might enable us to do a couple more of these than I anticipated. Federation sympathizers contact you as you arrive. We know your mission should be secret, so don't ask how we know about it. Take a schematic, and it's all we can do to help. So we have an extra potential combat drone, but we can't add it to our active list. And I kind of like the fire for certain. Gotta enable that though. All right. Quest. Let's find out what this quest is about. You arrive to discover an impressive cruiser being worked on by a few smaller ships and guarded by an assault ship. The mobile construction platform is slowly slipping into the clouds. You have not yet been noticed. Try to tail them without being noticed. You slip into the nebula undetected, but at this rate you're likely to get lost and lose track of them. We're going to use the slug crew to have your crew member monitor their life signatures. Try to stay just far enough away that they don't detect your life signatures without actively searching for you. After a time, your slug tells you the ship with a larger crew has jumped away, guides the helm towards the platform. The only ship left near the cruiser is an interceptor. This should be easy. The interceptor powers up its FTL drive in preparation to escape. The cruiser's FTL drive does the same. They must be linked. They'll get away. All right. Well, let's bring up the combat. Let's get everybody back to their assigned stations. Alright. Let's try to overpower the shields. The one downside with the cloak is that while it does enable you to buy you some time to deal with stuff on board ship, you can't typically fire while cloaked. With this escort destroyed, you take a look at your impressive prize. Your mission is too pressing to take a test flight. Before you rig the ship's computer to get it back to the main Federation hangar, you discover a unique augment that duplicates the slug's ability to heal breaches. The slug cruiser has been unlocked and added to the hangar. Sweet. Problem is, I would have to give up the stasis pod, and just out of curiosity, because I don't want to be playing this 8 times just to figure out where the pod is supposed to go. Stasis pod. Apparently, need a Zoltan research facility to open it up. Yes, it's true. I looked that up because I want to figure out. Let's I'm not going to be able to look this up, I'm not going to be able to look up the map. I only have one more entry left, and I doubt I'm actually going to be able to make use of it. The slug repair gel I've never used, so I'm going to swap these out. Yeah. Really? Because there's some neat stuff that comes with completing that story beat, but... I've never used the slug repair gel. It's kind of intriguing, so let's actually do that. Upon completing your jump, you receive a message from a nearby ship. Greetings and welcome to our beacon. For a small fee, we'll let you continue your way. Get stuffed. Alright. So... too bad you will regret this decision. Yes, I'm sure I will. So, this day is yours. Show us honor. Your honor by allowing us to leave with our lives. Why not? Alright, what can we upgrade here? Let's grab the remaining 3 power allotted to us. Let's try to get either this or the shields up as far as we can. But I did want to make the case that if I added one more weapons, I could actually, so right now, I have 4 and 1, but I have 5 slots. If I get one more, I can actually add the hull laser, which might be useful under some circumstances. So, and now, I'm going to add more to our engines. So, oh, I need another system power. Dang. Miscounted that. Alright, well, more scrap needed. Debris from a forgotten battle still orbits the gas giant in the system. Some of it might be useful. Alright. And we need 90 to get to that next, alright, that next weapon. So... You are just in time to see an unusually well-armed NG ship destroy a small pirate craft. A teleporter signal is detected. Intruder on deck. Young Mantis in a charred uniform is teleported onto the deck. He begs for sanctuary from the NG and offers to serve in exchange for your protection. The NG have already traced the teleporter signal and are offering a deal in exchange for the prisoner. I'm going to side with the fugitive because I don't need scrap. I do need scrap, but... Oh, wow. It was a trap. The Mantis sabotaged your ships before teleporting away. That's bad. Oh, and my oxygen's out. So let's get you over to the oxygen. All right, can we bring on? We cannot. We don't have enough system power. We can't do it even if we wanted to. Dang. I don't appear to be getting badly damaged, but I only have 2 points left. Like, this is really edge. I am slowly whittling them down, but not by much. Ooh, that was rough. Ship explodes, leaving behind materials. Another weapon. So now I can bring all 3 of these online at once. Not going to risk it, just going for the exit. Whew, alright. You've arrived at Long Range Beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. Greetings, our supply mining explosives have run out since the rebels blockaded the system. Do you have any spare explosives? Give them the requested 5 missiles. Sure. They thank you and offer to have the engineers repair some of your ship's hull. Alright, that was actually a good choice. Next sector, NG control. This is probably where I would have figured it. I should not have given up the stasis pod. That makes me mad. Okay, well, whatever. If you arrive at NG space, the Mantis has been threatening the NG core worlds, but you should be able to stock up for your journey. Alright. Uh-oh. Pirate ship was lying in wait inside this asteroid field and immediately moves into attack. Alright. Alright, here we go. I don't have that many missiles left, though. And the only thing that's really keeping me... Alright. You win. Here's some equipment from our stores. Leave us alone. Sure. Yeah. We need to get in here and spend most of our money on repairs. The engine can do remarkable things, with just a pile of scrap. The engine you have at this location is selling equipment for just that. Oh, stealth weapons would be absolutely amazing. Except they already have all the augments I can carry. So, screw it, we're just gonna... I'm gonna sell the combat one. Alright. We are in better shape. Onward to the distress signal. Hello, we used our last FTL fuel to jump to the station. They indicate a burnt-out husk of debris and warped metal. As you can see, the war must have spread to this sector. We've been stranded ever since. I can give them fuel. Thank you. Here I have this extra scrap. Okay. One of the only things saving our bacon, so let's put a little extra power to that. Alright. Yeah, although the piloting doesn't seem to be... you make contact with an isolated NG science station who are staying put despite the likelihood of Mantis invasion. They suggest you trial some experimental technology. Alright. Yeah, so although this doesn't seem to be much initially, if you can actually get most of the way up, the ability to dodge at 35% is actually really super strong. Really super useful. Alright. Time to check out the distress beacon here. Distress signal originates from a small NG ship under attack by a rebel fighter, but when the rebels see Federation markings, they turn to attack. Okay. We don't have enough power for that, but we can disable that in order to power it up. Okay. We can't bring drones into this yet. Okay, that's a thing. Alright, here we go. Launch your rocket. Oh, you bastards. Okay, so we have to overpower this with lasers. Yeah. Wow. So they have a defense drone Mark II, which can, and probably an anti-drone drone. I managed to get a drone in there, though. Somehow. Takes a while. We're just whittling them down. It just requires a little bit of luck of the draw. In order to get enough laser hits on the shield. Now, I could time it better by firing the lasers simultaneously. In fact, why don't I do that? Because I'm being dumb. A lot of those laser blasts are missing me, which is welcome. Rebels destroyed to pick up the bones of their ship and wait for the small NG ship to catch up. The NG vessel turns out to be very poorly equipped, barely a runabout. They're trying to outrun the rebels and need all the help they can get. 40 scrap, 2 missiles, and 2 fuel. That's really rough. But I want to see what the story beat is for doing that. Ooh, NG Medibot dispersal. Dang. They wouldn't get more than a few jumps with that loadout. You provide them with all the munitions and supplies they should need for the journey home. Generosity, magnitude, unpredicted, well-being, syntax error, value too high, accept this token. Alright. We're probably, so many drones, we probably don't need the drone recovery arm anymore. So I'm going to swap that out for the NG bot dispersal. So now basically my healing labs can go anywhere. Or my healing room is everywhere. Yeah. Alright. Oh, how do we... Hang on. How do we... Oh, wow. For a moment there, I thought we weren't going to be able to do this. All right, so we're going to get... there's not a lot in here, and we're going to be making one large jump out to here. So we could actually conceivably go back to here and then do this loop. No, it's too risky. If I go here, then here, then here... Nope, then I'm screwed. So I got to go here, then here... Then here, and then across. So let's do that. Alright. Received a distress call from a nearby NG ship. Assistance requested, danger present, imminent destruction. Move in to assist. Approach to find a managed ship assaulting a small NG space station. You prepare to fight. Alright. Alright. Can we get you back online? Not enough power, huh? Alright. How about that? Okay, so let's let these guys in early because then I can lock the door behind them. Cloak to dodge that. Artemis Sunshield fire. Burst laser and hull laser fire. Alright. We're going to power down the Artemis to conserve missiles. Close the doors. Actually, I don't need to send them to the medical bay right now. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. So let's actually leave this open to snuff that out. Mantis ship breaks apart, pile scrap. The energy station is stripped bare and there are signs of a fierce battle. The Mantis have left a stress call active to lure other ships. Okay, that sucks. Alright, so now I gotta be careful here. Actually, I don't, because I have the med bay and I can actually get healed from oxygen deprivation damage. Should be a little bit careful, but I can last an awfully long time. And now I heal everywhere. Alright. Alright, let's go see what we can do with the, Alright, energy ship hails. Upgrade necessary for travel home. Sale of equipment necessary for engine upgrade. So the weapon takes a long time to warm up. Each time it fires, it decreases the cooldown, eventually able to take down any amounts of shields. That's just plainly a lot of fun. It requires 4 power. I'd actually rather have that than the ion cannon, I think. Am I ever going to use the shield? Maybe. Yeah, I'm going to sell this. I'm going to buy the Vulcan because it's just cool. And I'm going to fix everything. Plus, I'm going to get a couple of missiles just to act as a little bit of a leeway, and we're going to close. Alright. So, if I got just one more... That's kind of cool. If I got just... I was going to go for an explosive build. I had... And you know what? At this point, that explosive augment isn't necessarily super helpful either. Kind of don't know what to do about this. I can't power the burst laser and the Vulcan at the same time. In order to do that, I would have to get at least one more systems level in weapons. Ship refueling station has detected this beacon. Sure, fuel's always good. You're immediately contacted by a settlement. Hello, travelers. Your ship seems to be outfitted for combat. Care to take us up on a bit of mercenary work? What's your offer? Some of our friends have taken to piracy in the recent chaos of the war. We'd like you to convince them of their poor decision by severely damaging your ship. We'll pay you well as long as you don't kill them all. I guess I can try. Try not to blow them up, they say nervously as they direct you to a nearby moon. Find a pirate ship docked there. They immediately respond to your appearance with your money or your life. They must be new to this. I'm not 100% sure how to do this, but we're going to find out. Alright. We're going to wait for all the weapons to charge up. Well, that's rude. Okay, the oxygen thing isn't going to work very well here, so we're going to go for all of you three into here. Go. All right. All right. See if we can do some damage early. cloak. Get everybody back to their stations. Alright, let's burst laser and hull laser. Actually, let's hull laser after we've driven down this so that it adds... That's the better order to do that in. Now there's some severe, it's probably hull puncture damage there, which they have to clean up, as well as that unit being out. So can we turn on that? No, we need an extra power. So let's... your ship saying, UN, we're not cut out for this. Let them live and return to the settlement. The pirates dissuaded from their career path, you return to the settlement. Thank you. They returned to us before you did. I don't think we'll need this anymore. Alright. We need one more. We can't get it. Can't quite activate the Vulcan plus burst laser yet. Because that pairing would be pretty nasty. Alright. Exit it is. You've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. First time we've had an event on the end of sector, I think. A ship with conspicuous pirate markings is orbiting a nearby moon, broadcasting a simple message claiming to have equipment available for sale. Yeah, we'll hail the ship. Ship responds, yes, we have an extensive stock. Come aboard and see our wares. I'm going to use the slug. Sir, we can dock, but I sense we better plan on making a purchase. Alright. A human in exquisite suit meets you on board. Welcome to my ship. We specialize in drones of all kinds. May I interest you in any? I really don't need any of this. But if I buy a drone schematic, then I can sell it later. And if I buy nothing, I'm likely to get in trouble. Oh, what the heck? Let's try to buy nothing. Because I really don't need all the hull repair. Hull repair is kind of cool if I can actually get it deployed during a battle. No, we're going to buy nothing. Sorry to hear that. Pleasant journeys. Once back to the helm, a series of explosions rocked your ship. The pirate ship has powered its weapons. You received a message you shouldn't waste people's time. Yeah, I get it. Alright, I'm going to get a couple of you up here to deal with this fire. The slug gel is doing its work. That's really cool. Alright, let's see if we can't do this. Why are we down in energy? I don't understand. We'll steal one from that because I kind of want this to be over. They offer you some cargo if you let them live, sure. Yeah, we need 100 in order to be able to pull up the Vulcan as well. So we're going to do that. Wow. We have become laser heavy. So we're going to disable those, enable the Vulcan. Now, if we use both of those two, we can't use the combat drone. But if one of these weapons gets taken out, because of an attack, then we can lower the power on this and bring in the combat drone. Could be interesting for a laugh. Next sector. This is The Last Stand. Yes, please go there. Achievement unlocked, Federation base in range. Alright. I have been running this stream for 2 hours and 26 minutes. You arrive at an outpost close to the Federation base. Your access codes get you past initial security, and an officer sets up a direct feed to the Federation base's war room. Admiral Tully speaks first, saying, "What is the meaning of this and who are you? Explain your mission." Your explanation is met with murmurs of cynicism and disbelief amongst the officers. General Terzel of the NG Brigade speaks up. Intel suggests potential counter to rebel technology. Risk all or save none. Explain the weakness of the enemy fleet, the rebel flagship. Tully responds, "It's settled. The rebels will be here in a matter of moments. We will do what we can to hold off their warships, but you must succeed in destroying the flagship. Your current outpost can provide some repairs and fuel, and the other repair stations can provide it as well. Good luck." Alright. Here's what we're going to do. I'm totally archiving the save game because I know I'm going to die here. And what we will do is I'm going to take a 2-second break to go. What time is it? It's 4:44. I'm getting kind of hungry. So I'm going to go make myself some soup, which basically involves a few minutes of heating. So hang on there for a minute, and I'm going to go do that and get some water, and I will be back. We are going to be finishing this game of FTL. All right, ladies and germs, I'm going to come right back into it here. I'm just pouring out my soup. And I'm doing this rather than just setting us up for a second day of play because we're so close and we're either going to live or die on this. And if I die horribly, then that I think I might let that be the end of it, depending on how egregiously silly the death was. All right, so almost got everything under control. Light because apparently it got dark while I was doing this. The heck is that about? Darn orbital mechanics. Axial tilt, as they say, is the reason for the season. All right, so where are we here? So we've archived the game so I can take another run at this later if I see fit. A little bit of basic chicken soup. Let's jump in. Let's do the thing. All the repair stations are miles away from the base. The chances of me being able to get to one during this battle are relatively small. But you arrive to see a number of Federation forward carriers and dreadnoughts. This must be a system of high importance to warrant such a fleet. Okay. Can get to the store, but that doesn't help us. On the other hand, I really just want to get to safely to the base. A transmission from the nearby planet indicates an outpost below, which offers supplies. Nothing here I really want to grab. A repair bomb could be kind of cool, but the greatest problem I have with the repair bomb is that I don't think you can use it between battles, which is weird, but that's the way it goes. Actually, I think repair bombs. Self-teleporting unit that floods the room with nanobots capable of completely repairing all system damage. I mean, it's super powerful. I should actually plan to do a run that involves some of the more unusual items, like using a repair bomb fairly exclusively to keep the ship up and running. Yeah, I can't afford any of this anyway, so unless I sold stuff, so let's pop into the base. You arrive with the Federation base to find the bulk of their fleet skirmishing with rebel forces. You hang back near the far side of the moon to avoid the conflict. There's not much you can do to help in that battle, and your mission holds the key to turn the tide of the war. You prepare to face the flagship. All right. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to save the game, so I can just do it from here. All right. Let's give this a shot. This is it, the Rebel flagship. If you're able to destroy this monstrosity, the Federation will have a chance at surviving. There's no turning back. They've taken out my drones. Alright. It's annoying, but not the end of the world. Always good to have backup systems. It just means I'm going to have to focus on using my lasers. Oh god. Yeah, we're going to try cloaking to bypass that. Alright, Vulcan is ready to fire, but our first volley is going to be all of our laser weapons at once. Here we go. So we're going to try to do this. Worked very, very poorly. Alright. Can we get everybody back to their stations, please? Actually, we're going to take you and throw you in there to hopefully get that repaired. Oh, Lord. Okay. Alright. It's going to be really tough to get anything past that shield. What I kind of need to be able to do... I may not be able to do this. Yeah, let's, start to damage some of their weapons, because their shield is very definitely offline now. Okay, that hurt, but not impossibly so. Just you finally gain the upper hand, it finds a way to make an FTL jump, you gotta keep up the assault. Not, strictly speaking, a well-planned game. I can actually pop down to this repair station in one jump. Let's give it a go. Seven hull points repaired, plus a lot of stuff. Okay. I am not going to be able to get extra shields. And I can't get an extra one of that. I'm going to save my money. Alright. Let's go here quickly, and hopefully this isn't taken over by the time I get there. A rebel ship is guarding the beacon. You order a pursuit course and prepare to scratch up one more. Alright. Let's get the Vulcan working on that. And actually, I'm going to reorder these, so if the burst laser goes down, I've still got stuff. I'm going to get extra shields. I'm going to take out these two, and let's get a combat drone up and running. Put the oxygen back on. Alright, they offer you some of the cargo if you let them live. Accept the offer. Sure, why not? Back to the base. Alright, you chase down flagship and discover it is heavily damaged from the previous fight. Scan seems to indicate it has redirected considerable power to the drones. Okay, that's a thing. Not entirely sure what I can do about that. Oh, intruders detected. Okay. Well, I can't have the oxygen going down, so you guys are going to have to get in there. Let's get the combat drone up and running. Oh, hang on. Let's get this firing on... Let's actually do some damage to the drones. Felicity, get out of there. Let's get you over there. Oh, right, I do have this. Okay. Can I juggle all these systems fast enough? Everybody back to their stations because they can heal anywhere anyway. Alright, so let's drop O2, turn on cloak, and activate cloak. Alright. I need to get these lasers firing on the shield now because the drones are at least partially down. Oh, except I need to get power to healing. That Vulcan is deadly. If you can keep it up and running for long enough. Wow. Okay. This is doable. Alright. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to add extra O2. Extra healing. Can I do this? No, I need 180 to do that. That's fine. Extra healing and extra cloak. and I don't need to see the interior as such. I think I'm gonna go for more extra healing because I can do it all over the ship. All right, let's follow them over. You're not certain how it's able to keep fighting with the amount of damage it sustained. It looks like its transfer power to the teleporter is also some kind of super weapon. Be prepared, this is it. Okay. Right. It's got a Zoltan shield, so let's get that combat thing up and running lickety-split. We need to juggle this a little bit. I want to keep the O2 on as long as we can. Oh, hello. That is now a problem. Okay, so let's provide a distraction. Okay, how am I going to do this? I've got the combat thing slowly taking pot shots. Why is... Oh, I have not enough power for the Vulcan because I lost power somewhere? Okay. I'm going to have to steal one from here because we need that Vulcan online. Okay, I've just redirected our buddy here to go get healed. Except he doesn't need to be anywhere specific to get healed. Let's add another bit of power to that. So you can actually come back here. Oh, I know what they're doing. They're meddling with my. They're disabling my weaponry, which is then draining it of power. All right, let's get all of you guys in here for a moment. All right, you guys all have to just get out. Okay, all of you in there as best you can. Right. Oh god, my shields are coming down. Okay. Okay, how do we do this? Let's try to get all of you guys. I need maximum healing, and I need you guys to get in here and deal with this. Oh, I've lost one of my crew. This is problematic. Alright, go to cloak. Alright, all of you out to here. Okay. So let's turn the oxygen. The oxygen is still on. So let's close all the doors. Let's get all of you in here repairing. Let's drop that down a level. Let's bring the engines back up. Actually, let's keep that as high as we can. Let's try that. Why is everybody dying in there? Because of the lack of oxygen? Okay. I guess I gotta let the oxygen levels come up a little bit there. Okay, we've gotten rid of the Zoltan shield, so that's a thing. So yeah, let's just keep targeting. Oh, because one of our guys is taken over or something in there? Right, okay. Come on, we just gotta keep... Oh, I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna get hit really badly here. Come on, a couple more shots. Is this gonna save me? Ha! The Vulcan is the only thing that made that possible. And I lost a crew member. Alright. I just thought, yeah. I have managed to, so yay me. I have managed to, do medium before, but only a couple of times. Easy is super hard for me, and I'm sure in order to really do well at this game, in order to really do well at this game, you'd have to understand really subtle nuances of the play, and I'm just not that good. But it is always a lot of fun doing this. Thanks to the valiant effort of the Kestrel and her successful crew, Valeria Felicity Morton Roper. Earl's flagship was destroyed, throwing their fleet into chaos and ensuing a Federation victory. So, that was the basic sort of first ship that you get access to, or one of them anyway, the Kestrel, on easy mode. And I realized I did an absolutely terrible job of actually explaining what I was doing all of the time. That's because there's so much going on. Play it for yourself. It's a lovely game. It's an older game. You'd probably get it for reasonably cheap. And once you play through the basic game on enhanced mode, because that's just stock. Check out the I think it's called the Captain's expansion or something like that. You can go and find it online, and it's a plugin that adds lots more storylines and just sort of expands on it. It's a labor of love by a fan, and they did an absolutely fantastic job. I will probably play this again. But that being said, congratulations, you defeated the Rebel flagship and ensured the victory. And then we go back to the hangar, and you've unlocked a new ship. So, I think it's is it the Man of War that I unlocked, or possibly the Taurus? Anyway, so you can play as different races on several variants of each race's ship. So there's lots of replayability, and they all have their own unique quirks and starting conditions. Like, for example, the Man of War having that anti-bio beam kind of implies what you should go after is killing off the crew. Which, if you get rid of all the crew one way or another, you just salvage the ship as like you would if they'd surrendered. Which is pretty cool. Anyway, that's all I've got for this game. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my soup, and then depending on whether or not I am being roped into something this evening, I may just switch over to Fallout and make it a trifecta of gaming today. Thanks so much for joining me on this little endeavor. I'm glad we beat the thing. We only had to resort to reverting a save once because I wasn't paying attention, and I could possibly have done without that anyway. There's lots of interesting replayability in there. Being able to get that stasis pod to where it's going unlocks a nice little Easter egg bit of story, as well as new ships, so you should take a look at doing that. There's lots of little things like that in this game. Absolutely love it. Thanks for joining me. I will see you in the next stream.